Yuck it. Janet. Coming live from 1950. South Shepherd already starting to sweat about 50 times up and down the stairs. Got this blood flowing. Yeah, coming live. Had to go early today because, good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Lynn. On Wednesdays, I go do a little family therapy. So, yeah, I don't know where Domingo is. Hopefully, he comes walking in right in the middle of the live so we can laugh at him. Only because he's my little brother. I got to give my little brother hell. But, yeah, coming live from the 1950. Pretty good one today. We're still in the summer meditation facing the south. And I think it's real important that we know which way we're facing for what season. I always think about this all the time, where I'm at in my sobriety. I just got done with my third year, going into my fourth year. But, I'm like in the fall time of my sobriety. And it makes a lot of sense, with the things that happen in my life. And, my new year, goes with our ceremonial seasons. My new year was at the end of June, the beginning of July. That's when my new year begins. So, I'm still burning up here. My producer just sitting here cracking up because I'm like going off with this fan, and it's still not working. No. But yeah, good morning, C-Dump, up there in Jersey. Good morning, C-Dump. Tell Tony Baloney Sr. I said good morning to. Yeah, he hit some buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy. Desiree's little age and a bunch. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the reading. Man, need a new shirt already. I just now got here. We're upstairs, and I just went up the stairs like 50 times. Put on the shirt behind you. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on this shirt behind me. Already ruined this one. But oh well, the show must go on, Today's August 21st. Make sure we get some medicine burning. Very important. Every morning, good morning, Francis, brother. Every morning, I take it up on myself to get a cold going. We buy these colds off of Amazon. And you light one, it probably lasts for about a good hour or so. But I take it up on myself every morning to either burn some sweetgrass or some cedar. And I felt like I needed sweetgrass this morning. They say it brings your folks that have went on, it brings them back around. And sometimes I feel like I need that guidance. Sometimes I feel like I need that little extra, little extra help. So it feels good, feels good. Every morning I take it around, because, I take it around to everybody and give them the opportunity. Not everybody, it ain't everybody's way, which is okay. I'm not trying to push my ways up on somebody. I don't have the only way. But, I like to take it around the whole building and give everybody an opportunity. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Erica. But I like to just give everybody that opportunity to to bless themselves, and Cheyenne say my ducks. You know what I mean? Like bless yourself. So uh, I enjoy doing that. Nobody asked me to. I've had to be told. You should probably chill out. It ain't everybody. Which is okay. I probably needed to hear that because I probably was forcing people like you know but yeah, I enjoy doing that. I really do. I mean, and I don't know what it is. It's just what I believe, and I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm still here. At one time, our ceremonial ways was the only way that our people had. And I believe that's why I'm still here. So I sent something to our group chat last night about the ancestors. I think 5 generations ago, needed 512 people for me to be here. It might have been 6. 5 or 6 generations ago, I needed 512 ancestors for me to be here today. Good morning, Cindy. Love you, Miss Cindy. But I needed 512 ancestors to live for me to be here today. And I believe that this is the same way that they believed, is using these medicines, using our culture, and staying in touch with the spiritual laws of the world. I was watching another thing this morning about a guy talking about the laws of the world. The medicines have laws. you know uh they have laws, and it's our duty to stay in touch with these things. The animals have their own laws. The winged, the fish, the water people, they all have their own laws. And then men have their own laws. And their laws are to stop something bad from happening. And then there's spiritual law, which is always for something good. And then whenever I heard that this morning, and it just made me think like, wow, like that there's no easier way to put it. Spiritual law is always for something good. And good morning, Doe. Nyakit Doe. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the reading. Today's August 21st. And how come you didn't say nothing, Erica? Just left it blank down there in Lawton. Winona, you need to start liking our lives. That would really, you're kind of influential in the tribe. Good morning, Aussie. Pretty influential in the tribe, whether you know it or not. And if people see that Winona's liking our posts, could do great things for us. Just saying, just saying. Good morning, Boris. Oh, good morning, OCO, Kimberly. Good morning, Aunt Pam. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this reading. And August 21st. Summer meditation with Native American elders. Good morning, Bernice. Danu, good morning, brother. Dog soldier, brother. All right. It says, the greater the faith, the greater the result. Fool's Crow, Lakota. And it says, the Creator designed us to act on faith. We are able to do this by holding firm to our beliefs. If we believe something and we don't want the belief to change, we need to add the power of the Great Spirit to this belief. We must always have the spiritual added to our beliefs. If we don't add the Spirit, then we may very well change our minds during the first time we are tested. Each time we are tested and we don't change our minds, we get stronger. The wind may blow on the red willow trees, bending them and causing the roots to grow deeper. The more the wind bends the tree, the bigger, stronger, and deeper the roots grow. We should be happy that we are tested. It's the Creator's way of making us have greater faith for greater results. And the prayer for the day says, Great mystery, grandfather. I know if I am tested today that I can count on you to give me the courage to get to the other side. On the other side of every test is the reward of strength. Make me strong. Man, that's a good one. That is a good one. Because I think about, I'm an alcoholic and I'm an addict. You know, uh, I don't know how long I'll always have to say that, but right now in my life, I have to admit those things every day. I have to understand that that's that's what you know that was an outward solution to an inward problem. I them things took over them things took over my life. So I feel like if I don't admit those to myself every day, then there's a good chance that they'll come back. But luckily, I've been able to establish my faith. I've been able to build this relationship with the Creator that I don't have to live in fear no more. When you're living in addiction, you're living at a you're living this fear-based life. Everything's fear. Everything's based on fear. I'm scared to I'm scared to fail. I'm scared to do all these different things, just that a regular person would do. I became scared to do those things, because of my addictions. You just create this fear-based way of living. So getting into recovery, getting into sobriety. Good morning, Gib Beard, and Jesse. Getting into recovery. It was hard to accept, that you know, I don't know if I didn't, I always believed in God, in the Creator, but I was upset because He wouldn't answer my prayers. I only would talk to Him whenever I felt like I needed Him, and I treated Him like He was Santa Claus. And I would think why things didn't work out in my life. Why didn't He ever listen to me? Why isn't He answering my prayers? But I would want dumb stuff, like I remember one time sitting in the back of a police car and praying for a clerical error in my warrant. Good morning, Suzanne. I remember praying to God, like the Creator, please make there a clerical error in my warrant, because that was the only way I was ever getting out of that police car. You know what I mean? I had to go to jail. I had to go do time, and that was the only way that I was ever going to get out of that situation. And it was stuff like that that made me, upset. Oh, he ain't listening to me. He don't. But also when I look back, he gave me opportunity after opportunity to get out of that lifestyle. But I didn't have the spiritual maturity to understand that. When I think about my relationship with God, I look at my mental my mental my mental maturity that I've gained. I look at my physical, which means I respect my body now. And then I look at my mental, you know, my mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. I think about the spiritual part. I'm able to connect with the pray to the Creator with these medicines that He made available to me. you know, uh, to ask for protection, to believe in these things, that some people probably think I'm crazy, people that don't understand why we do these types of things, and then I think about the emotional maturity that I've gained, and it it helps me realize where I'm wrong when I think about my emotional, because I'm the type of addict that'll let my emotions take over, and I'm able to recognize that today, and I'm aware of what my defects are. I'm not a people pleaser no more. I'm not a fault finder. I'm not, using people to get what I want anymore. I can be genuine and I can show love and respect to others because I have love and respect for myself today. So where it talks about, the greater the faith, the greater the result. To me, that means, as long as I'm willing to put in the work to work on my sobriety, and that, we call it recovery because you start recovering all these different things in your life. You start recovering, your family, these relationships that, were strained during, your addiction. You recover, just all aspects of my life. I've been recovering, not all at once, little by little. Sometimes I have to make amends, which is okay. That's just part of my process, but I think about, as long as I'm willing, as long as the creator gives me that will to want to try to work on these different aspects of my recovery, then I'm able to let him handle the results. And he hasn't let me down. And not everything's gonna be on my time, not when I want it to. Good morning, Frida. Not everything isn't gonna happen when I want it to. You know, uh it's gonna happen on his time. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I can get a little impatient. I can start to question things, but I also have the results of where my life was and to where it is today, and I have so much to be grateful for. I got two granddaughters. That alone, that just by itself, lets me know that God's moving in my life, and I'm grateful for that. And if anything, I've learned how to be grateful. I've learned how to show, my family, my friends, show my community that, like, I'm committed to this thing. I really want better, and the only way I can want better for somebody is maybe to be a positive influence. Maybe it's by doing the right thing. Maybe it's by just being good to somebody, and I feel like I can do that today because of everything that the creator has blessed me with. So I like today's reading. The greater the faith, the greater the result. So I know what happened whenever I thought I was running the show. things didn't go, you know, things did not end up well. You know, it was a nightmare actually. So I'm just grateful, grateful. I even get to share that with you all. You know, that's a blessing in itself. You know, uh, like there's 20, 20 people watching right now. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's a blessing. You know what I mean? And I appreciate every single one of them. You know, it's just I've just learned how to be grateful. You know, and for that, you know, I've been blessed. So you know, with that, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get into these announcements. Um, Nyakit Janet, Nyakit, yeah, yeah. Janet just walked in, the famous Janet. Patience, grasshopper. Trust the process for sure. Oh, Boris. Oh. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into these announcements. Uh, Shine Arapahoe Tour Project and the 988 Tribal Response Program want to encourage all tribal members and tribal employees to take advantage of the Talkspace online counseling service. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We don't know who gets on there. We don't have, you know, it's for ages 13 and up. We have 1,000 spots open, and I want to say we're maybe only using 300. So you know, you're dealing with grief, trauma, depression, uh, codependency, relationships. You know, there's a whole list of. Good morning, Mary Jo. There's a whole list of topics on there, and when you know you put in your www talkspace uh, .com/CHATOR. Oh, he's on a phone call over there, I think. But put in your email, and then when it says organization, you put in restore, so you get free online counseling. And I've heard nothing but great things about people that have gotten on. And then we got the overdose prevention packs. You know, we're trying to prevent losing more native lives, but you know, like we always say, addiction doesn't discriminate. So why should recovery? You know, if anybody needs Narcan, we will send it to you. Fentanyl test strips. I think we're trying to get xylazine test strips. So I mean, that would be huge. You know, I mean, unfortunately, you know, Narcan doesn't work for that. But just the awareness of maybe the substance that you use, you know, because we don't have nothing against, you know, we're not trying to promote drug use at all. You know, people are going to do what they're going to do regardless, you know, whether we're here or not. But we just want to give them a safe alternative, you know, whatever that's got to look like for a person in harm reduction. You know, we give away Narcan, fentanyl test kits, medication disposal packs, medication lock bag, wound care kit, opioid overdose symptom information, then a Narcan administration information, which is very important if you want Narcan. The form is completely anonymous, and we will ship the supplies to you for free. You know, we just did like a graph of where our package has been going. Man, we're hitting like all the corners of the U.S. But we did break the printer though. So oh yeah, yeah. The shipping printer for the labels broke. So yeah, like I mean, we've been putting out some packages, but you know, whatever it takes to save a life. You know, I mean, yeah, we're at 85 fatalities prevented this year, just this year alone. 85 fatalities have been prevented because of the Narcan that we have sent out. And that's just the people that have answered us back. You know, I think it. honestly, I think it would be like double if the people that are in active use actually, you know, good morning, Cheyenne. I think if those people actually answered back, what the questions that we asked, I think it would double. And then, okay, text TOR to 888-580-4TOR. Shout out to Brand Logics. That's our free messaging service. It gives you updates on what we're doing as a program. Good morning. No, no. It's hot. It's hot. Janice got on a blanket. Like, what the hell? I'm up here burning up. Okay, and then this Saturday, the tour program, Shine Rapo tour program, we're having an overdose awareness event beginning at 10 o'clock at the Lucky Star Convention Center in Watauga. It's in the back of the casino, in the back of the motel. There's a convention center, and we're gonna have some resources. Has some resources there if you're looking for rehab, if you need insurance, if you were looking for a sober living. All these different programs are going to come in, and we're going to set up and have an event from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to serve lunch. Good morning, Mr. Trout. And shut up, Carmelo. And all ages are invited. Blaine County was one of the top 5 overdose counties, right in the heart of Cheyenne and Arapaho country. So we think it's very important, for our people to get out there and show support for people that are also in recovery. I mean, the opposite of addiction is connection. Maybe we can get these people connected back with their community. Find a positive way to get these people involved, and that's what it's about. That's the only way we're going to save these people, instead of talking about them and saying, oh, that's the problem. Well, let's talk about the solution. So to me, I'm very passionate about what I do, very passionate for speaking up for, my people, which are also addicts, alcoholics. And after the overdose awareness event, then we'll be moving like right across the railroad tracks, literally like feet away, maybe 100 feet away, 200 feet away from the convention center over to the Watauga ERC, and then we're going to have an overdose memorial benefit dance. And that'll start at 2. We're going to serve supper at 5. And we're going to have 2 contests, Golden Age, all category, women's, and then a jingle dress special. Jingle dress contest. All ages, 3 places. And yeah, I mean, that's the healing dance. To us, that's what recovery means, is there's healing taking place. And if you look around your community, I'm sure you can see people that need, these type of resources, this type of support, to maybe get them on track, and that's what I believe in. I believe in there is a recovery community. You just have to, be willing to go and find them and do what it takes for a person, So that'll be this Saturday. And then we're still accepting All Nations Recovery Gourd Clan Princess. Ready to make Janet give it back, but the crown and banner right here. Uh, I am sweating. I am sweating. I'm finally cooling down, though. I'm finally cooling down. I'm a fat boy. I got to go up and down these stairs. But yeah. And then tonight, we're having the fentanyl awareness event in Oklahoma City hosted by the Absentee Shawnee Tour Project from 5 to 8 at 228 Southwest 25th at We the People building in Southwest Oklahoma City. I believe we're going to go gourd dance, huh? They're going to have bingo, gift cards. I mean, and it is just an opportunity for us to show support for another tour program, which we love to do. We're all on the same team. We're all trying to achieve the same goal. So I think it's real important that each tribe, gets out there and shows support. Oh yes, oh yeah. It's a community event. I'm sure they want everybody to come out. Is that it? Bingo and gourd dancing?
Yeah,
Full metal jacket, full metal slinger.
Gourd dancing, bingo, food.
Well, full metal jacket or gunslinger, I really like, Mr. Wafflesworth and them. They're always at all these sobriety events. Always willing to bring their drums, sing some songs. Which is good. Because we all know the culture. The culture is the solution. And good morning, Janice. Lay down, Lydell Pedro made his appearance this morning. Lydell. Speaker night, August 29th. The deadliest uncle around, the anti-slayer himself, Mr. Laydown Lydell Pedro. Supper at 6, and then the meeting's at 7. So if you ain't doing nothing on the 29th, come on out. The deadliest uncle around is going to be telling his experience, strength, and hope. And don't get offended if he talks about your auntie. It's just part of his process. She made him the man that he is today. So if you don't want any more of his stories, I wouldn't bring her, but she'll probably show up anyways. He's that deadly. And then we got anything else?
Native Youth in Recovery.
Yeah, we're looking for more Native Youth in Recovery. Ages 12 to 18 to share their story on our podcast. Because that's where it begins for a lot of people. When they were kids. I know that's where it began for me. If I was able to overcome that whenever I was a kid and maybe have that outlet to be able to talk about these things, I'm not sure if, I would even be sitting here today, because we all know, I started young, I know Janet started young. She's still rugged, and
just no excuse
but looking for more Native youth that have want to tell their story, because maybe another kid will hear their story and say, hey, I'm going through the same thing. Maybe I can try. Maybe there is a different solution out there. But I believe with that, I didn't go down the list too of our meeting. Mending Mondays. The Mending Broken Hearts is on Monday. Two for Tuesday. They're having these informal gatherings, and they didn't send me the real address to that. I still Shane, Jeannie, I need y'all to send me that address so we can put it on the flyer. And then they're gonna start another Wellbriety group in Clinton at the library, starting next Tuesday. So that's real exciting. I wish we would get one moved to Wednesday night. That way we could have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But that'll be in the works. That'll be in the works. And then Thursdays. Thursdays is our Wellbriety group here, All Nations Wellbriety, 1950 South Shepherd here in El Reno. And then they have a 12-step meeting, Wellbriety meeting on Friday night where they do, they get more in depth into the book and they put pen to paper. And yeah, and then on Labor Day we're gonna be co-hosts, so we'll be at Colony all weekend long. I'm watching the OU game Friday night though, just to let y'all know. I'm watching the OU game Friday night and watch the beginning of our national championship season in the SEC. But yeah, I believe that's it. Do we got anything else? I gotta make sure they're not downstairs. Okay, yeah, my ride's almost here. So, well, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the reactions. Uh, made it out of here with not. I ain't gonna be stinking now, but I hope.